Week 18 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Seahawks and the Bills, and it's all up next.
Yes, nothing quite like Buffalo in January as we welcome you inside a snowy Highmark Stadium near the shores of Lake Erie. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Buffalo Bills. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here. And we are underway in Buffalo. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They run. First carry for Damian Harris. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides, look at him go. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Cunningham. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to those former level.
2nd and 10. Now Cunningham. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he went backwards. They'll be down. They're going to go for it. Cunningham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. Bust through the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Allen maybe with a free play. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's going to have a Bills first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
48-yard line.
To the air, Allen. And incomplete.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Cannot get away, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the punter Martin out to kick it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Now Cunningham. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. Cunningham to throw.
First down.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete. The Seahawks had 10-6 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Cunningham. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, Cunningham. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Fighting through pressure. And that's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Allen again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not Harris is in. Touchdown Bills.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side and complete to Washington. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, it's Cunningham. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And Walker has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A final shot before break. Cunningham. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we reach halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going right back to Walker. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Running left is Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Off play action, Cunningham. That is caught, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Throw out wide is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. He finds Smith and Jigma. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Cunningham from the gun. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Allen's throw here, take it in by Knox. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A play fake, now Cunningham. He's got a man, that's caught, left sideline. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
We're getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd quarter.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And a good job on the hold there as this is good through the snow, and this game is tied. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now in Buffalo. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Allen to throw it. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off. Actually catch.
It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block it.
There he goes, right side. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all They had just relinquished the lead on the field goal. Ensuing kickoff, they get that lead right back.
So does this come under the heading of you can't keep a good team down?
There you go. That works. Eye for an eye.
I'm with you on that one. Just to be able to break back immediately. Not down at all. No heads down after giving up the lead and coming right back at them. And a special team score, that's like gold in a coach's manual.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Allen and the Bills now. Down 21-17. 2:19 to play. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. Buying time to us. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's across the chalk, into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. Now the Seahawks extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here. Starting with 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my depth.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, in all likelihood, likelihood this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Now we've got a timeout for an injured player, and oh, this is certainly notable. That's Josh Allen, who's in some pain out there. First throw now for the backup, Trubisky. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Cunningham. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Cunningham looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Over the middle, it's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ready.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Cunningham. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the
TV on, you get no response.